So read the illustration and give this question a go by yourself. This is a big one. Pause the video. I'll walk and talk you through after you're done. Let's go through the illustration. A company is considering a cost-saving project, which means our money is going to be saved. This involves purchasing a machine costing $7,000, which will result in annual savings in real terms on wage costs of $1,000 and on material costs of $400. Do you see the real terms there? Highlight that. The following forecasts are made of the rates of inflation each year for the next 5 years. Wage costs would be increasing by 10%, material costs would be increasing by 5%, general prices by 6%. This is the general rate of inflation. The wage costs and the material costs are specific rate of inflation. The cost of capital of the company in real terms is 8.5%. Evaluate the project assuming that machine has a life of 5 years and no scrap. So before attempting this question, we need to identify what method we should use. Like choosing outfits, we need to choose the method. So let's head to the flow chart. In the flow chart, let's answer question number 1. Is there one rate of inflation and no tax in the question? Well, no, there is multiple rates because specific rates are also mentioned. And tax, I did not see no tax rate. So the default method is money/nominal method. So let's attempt the question. So we have to convert the cost of capital of the company into money terms if we are doing it in the money rate. Therefore, the real terms should be converted to money terms. Let's apply it inside the formula. So we know 1 plus R is 1 plus 8.5%. Okay. Next, the inflation. So what many students mistake here is they use the specific rates. Do not use the specific rate, use the general rate when it comes to the Fisher's formula. So it's going to be 1 plus H, H being 6%, would give you, let's put the decimal numbers here, clarity, and now we can find 1 plus I. 1 plus I would be the 1 plus R multiplied by 1 plus H. Sorry, my mistake. And here you go, 1 plus I, 1.150. Now we have to find I by isolating I and removing the 1. So putting this in percentage terms, we have 15%. So now we know the money rate we should use to discount the cash flows and find the NPV, which would be used to evaluate the project, would be 15%. Now we have to find the cash flows. We know we would have a cash outflow in the beginning of the year as we would be investing in a machine costing $7,000. So the investment would be negative 7,000. And then in year 1, we would have a cost saving of 1,000 for wages and 400 for materials. So let's start with wages first. So cost saving means it would be an inflow, not an outflow. So don't get misunderstood by the word cost there. So it would be 1,000 multiplied by 1 plus H. The H here would be the specific rate because we are finding the specifics for wage saving. So it would be 10%, which is used here. To the power 1. To the power 1 represents year 1 or time 1. Now we drag it for the rest of the 5 years. We change the hours in respect to the years. As you can see, the first year would comprise of 1000 multiplied by 1 plus 10% to the power year 1, which is 1. And then second year would be 1000 into 1 plus 10% to the power year 2, which is 2. Third year would be 1000 into 1 plus 10% to the power 3 and 4 and then 5, so on and so on. Now we can calculate the material saving. The material saving would be 400 and the inflation used is 5%. So let's account the inflation here as well. What we could do is we can copy the formula and paste it and just change the numbers. Time saving differ. Inflation rate is 5%. Similarly, we drag it and change the time period. Once you have calculated the relevant cash flows, I need you guys to check your individual cells because you might have made errors. So double checking is a safe. So far, so good. Now we can total up everything. So there we go. We have our cash flows. We have summed everything up. If I have to show you the sum for a cell, it's taken like this, and applied to each cell. Now we can calculate the NPV to evaluate our project. So we can use the NPV formula in order to get the answer instead of doing individual discount rates, which would take more time. This is a time saving technique. So you have to input the rate first, which is 15%, and then the values, cash flows, close the bracket, put the plus sign, and the investment. In the time zero column, it should be negative 7,000, not positive, because it's a cash outflow. So please understand that. Now you get a negative NPV of 1081, which means you should not move on with the project.
Hello guys, Lukman Akram here from Accountify. Glad to see you guys survive inflation. Good job. If you feel prices are increasing, don't worry. Knowledge is free for now. Hope they don't monetize that too. But what I wanted to really say is thanks for watching. I need you guys to like, share, and subscribe our videos and leave us a feedback on how we could improve and what content we should focus next. Your feedback means a lot to us. Signing off, Lukman Akram from Accountify.